Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today I've gotten my mitts on Field of Glory 2 Medieval. Thank you very much to the folks over at Slytherin and Matrix for providing me with a copy. I always do appreciate it, and I always do want you to know, the viewer, that I did get a copy, but that will not shade my opinion of the game whatsoever. I already love this game. I love Field of Glory 2. In general, we're doing a basic tutorial of that on the channel. But now we have medieval. And what is medieval covering? Well, it's the time period from 1040 to 1270 AD, the high medieval era, where you saw a lot of knights running around the battlefield. So we will see mounted knights, we'll see some dismounted knights, but we have knights aplenty here. This, you'll see more bow in this era of warfare. And we just kind of see more modern looking troops. We're moving up towards the gunpowder age. We're not there yet, but you see less and less of just your unprotected, unarmored foot soldier, kind of the mob per se, and you see more of a trained and armored fighting force. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in here so you guys can see the game. As I said, it's brand new, just dropped today, and let's play the tutorial scenario that is taking place in Western Prussia in the year 1242 AD. We will be the Pomeranians, and you think of fluffy little dogs running after you. No, these are the Pomeranians, the peoples. They will be taking on the Teutonic, Teutonic Order. Teutonic, yeah, it's Teutonic Order. They will be taking on the Teutonic Order. They were an order, a holy order that went around and enforced Catholic Church theology to the extent that they could. Then they kind of fell out with the Catholics. That's a whole different story. But they will be fighting in Western Prussia in 1242. We'll look through here. It says the second tutorial scenario will demonstrate deployment and importance of terrain. In 1242, Duke Switopelk II of Pomerania persuaded the Prussian tribes to rebel against the Teutonic Knights in what came to be called the First Prussian Uprising. You are the Duke. You and your Prussian allies are about to engage the Order's army under the Grand Master Gerhard von Malberg. That sounds very German or Prussian, does it not? Gerhard von Malberg. So, we will be jumping here into the marshy terrain of Western Prussia. And let's do it. So this was completely unexpected that I would get the game this early. And so this live stream is kind of impromptu, but I wanted you to be able to see the game and see the gameplay. My first impressions are that they have really smoothed out the graphics. And what do I mean by that? The game just looks nicer. It's got a better feel to it, a nicer, softer look to it. It's not just the square hexes, and I think the troops look better. But let's get down and look at them and motor through these objectives. Fighting back in Western Prussia. We will win as usual in a kind of a stock scenario of Field of Glory 2 by routing at least 40% of their troops or 25% more than we've lost, or if we just route more than 60%, that's an auto win. So, what's going to happen? We move first, fine. Fighting back. We could read all this. We're not going to. What we are going to do is kind of whip around on the map here. Now remember, we are doing a tutorial, so we will have some annoying tooltips that pop up and get in our way, but that's okay. And if you've never played the game before, read through all those. But let's scoot back and let's see what's going on. This is what I was talking about. We'll have these pop up. It's great. I mean, they help you if you've never played the game before. I'm not complaining that they have this in a tutorial scenario, obviously. I'm just saying we're going to jump into the game here, and so we'll have to keep closing out of those. And now you see kind of the battle, the line up here. These are the Teutonic Knights. All right. And let's see exactly what they have down here. Let's scoot in on them first. And they have, there is Gerhard. Boy, he's leading his troops into battle. That's very bold. Now you can see the difference. as we are in the high Middle Ages here, look at the look at these beautiful helmets. Just turn them a little bit, and they won't be able to see us coming. That that's great. Looks like they're going to come in on a joust. Fantastic. So Gerhard, you see here they've got the golden cross. Very nice. Let's look out here. So we see a lot of knights, and you're going to see that in this medieval game. Of course, we went over Baltic levies here, and so that popped up, that tooltip. We got some more knights here, knights and sergeants, and these are kind of your, kind of like your medium cavalry, these knights and sergeants in this game. It looks like we've got some crossbowmen here. All right, we'll have to look out for that. That can be kind of dangerous. And then you have these Baltic levies. These will be the guys we're going to try to take advantage of to blow some holes in the Teutonic line. We have some more crossbowmen. All right, so they have 4 units of those. And then we have more of these Baltic levies. And that's really it. This isn't a huge battle. Now, they've advanced here on our left flank quite a bit. Like, hey guys, what's going on? We haven't started the battle yet. Looks like they've just come over here to say hi. All right. Well, these are mounted crossbowmen. They are skirmishers, at least in the first blush, and so that is why they've advanced so much. All right. Well, what do we have? We have some knights and sergeants, knights and sergeants. We have a lot of this kind of general cavalry. Okay. We also have some massed archers. And now remember, archers close their short range is 2, their long range is 4. Um, we'll look at that. We've got a lot of marshy territory, but we're going to talk about that in a moment because that's kind of the whole point of this tutorial. And let's see here. We've got Prussian warriors. All right, these are just seem to be medium foot. They're unmaneuverable. That's, you know, well, all right, they're unmaneuverable. What are you going to say? We got medium foot there, so then we've got light archers up front. So we've got some skirmishers up here. Great, fine. What else do we have here? We have more massed archers, more knights and sergeants. So we have a lot of kind of generic kind of knights, and then we have some Prussian noble cavalry. Let's see what this is about. We'll control on this one. I'm just curious. Um, These Prussian nobles are no match for knights, but can evade their charges, so they've got a little more on the movement front. Okay. Alternatively, during the deployment phase only, they can dismount to fight on foot. When on foot, they fight as a superior version of their followers. Okay, cool, I guess. Um, so they're kind of more maneuverable, lighter. They're not light cavalry. It does not look. Well, it says they're light spear. They're also swordsmen, which is kind of interesting. We might want to put them on the ground since they are swordsmen. But let's get out of here. Just checking the video quality. I want to make sure you guys got a good video quality on this because the graphics really are really nice. This game just looks better than Field of Glory 2. You see they've got the different victory pointage up here. It just looks nicer. It gives you kind of a running scoreboard, I think, that looks good. Okay, so the most important thing, excuse me, in this scenario is the deployment. And why is that? Well, we have marsh over here, and we've got so we've got marsh here, marsh here, we have begun setting up in some marsh, and we've got knights everywhere. So we've got cavalry in marsh. This is not generally what you want to see. And so we're going to have to start moving some guys around. Now, what are we going to do? One thing I failed to point out is we do have some spearmen. So we have axemen and we have spearmen. Now, these spearmen will be very helpful, obviously, against the knights. So let's actually take these Prussian warriors. Let's just move them over to the side for now, and let's move the archers back. So we're not going to leave these guys here, but let's just get them out of the way and decide what our front line is going to be and how we're going to set this up. Now I would like the spearmen to be right in the middle here. Now you may be saying, why is that? Well, we're facing a lot of horse right here in the middle, including their commander in charge. If they are going to, charge us, which they will at some point, the spear is perfect to defend against that. So that we will not be offensive with these guys, but they will hold the center of our line. I like that. Also, let's see, who do we want to put behind them, and who is their general right now? So knights and sergeants. Okay, we get it, guys. Uh, so this is our commander in chief. This is the Duke here. All right, cool. Um, let's see who else. We got to look for our other generals here. Do we have a foot general? I guess we don't. We have three generals that are all on horseback. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So he's commanding these guys over here. The masked bowmen are there. All right. And then these troops as well. Are they all being commanded? Where are they being commanded from? So he's got all of these guys. Okay, so they're all of these guys are kind of looking at our center commander here. Now, we do not want to be setting up this cavalry in the marsh. So this is open ground, this is open ground, this is open ground. Okay, let's take some of our knights and sergeants here. Um, of course, these are unmaneuverable, but let's move them over here in the middle. And they are all commanded by our guy here. We have this light horse. I would kind of like to leave them. We'll leave them back as kind of a reserve. And this guy we're going to put right directly behind the horse that he is commanding, those guys, okay? And then we're going to move our medium uh, troops here, some of our Prussian warriors, over here by the swamp, all right? And we're just going to kind of leave it like this because we have a big mass of enemy levy and crossbowmen. It's just going to get messy up here in this swamp. Uh, Keith B, 63, what's going on, buddy? Hey, thanks for the sub. Do appreciate it. So let's move some more of this horse over here to the middle. Now you'll know, as you play medieval, what you'll start to figure out is horse is king, and they don't use it like later cavalry is used. They really are the shock troops. They're going to be charging, so it's not like you're going to take your cavalry out around the edges. Now we are going to, but it's not like that's a normal tactic necessarily. Later on in warfare, people figured out that what you really want to do with your cavalry is do envelopments, you want to do flank and rear attacks. I mean, look at this Teutonic army. They've got all of their knights massed in the center. You really didn't see that in later warfare. But here in medieval, that's what you're going to have to get used to. That's why I've got my spearmen here, because they are, your top defensive kind of troops against a horse charge. And so we got the light archers out front. They'll go scurrying. We'll try to do a little damage. Now, keep in mind, they're not going to do a ton of damage against this heavy horse in guys in full armor, but we will take our shots and try to do what we can. These Prussian warriors, we're going to move these other guys up here. We'll have them operate kind of in the marsh. It's not ideal. They are medium, and so they're going to be a little disrupted up in the marsh there, but we don't have anything else. I mean, you just don't have a lot of light foot, and so we've got some more Prussian. Where do we need them? What do we have here? These are axemen. Okay. Well, let's put the axemen on our right flank. We'll put these other Prussian warriors on our left. We've got archers on both sides. I actually wish I could move them out here and let them take a few shots. It doesn't really matter if they're in the marsh here. Um, yeah, why don't we put them actually out in front? Nah, they are moderately disordered out there. That's interesting. Okay. Let's put we'll put them right here, almost as like a flank against these guys. I'm not really sure what these guys are up to. They've got crossbows. I'm not sure what they're going to be trying to do. We'll move this other, uh, archer group up here. Now we've got our main duke sitting here in the middle of a damn marsh. We kind of want to move him to one side or the other. We don't want him to be stuck in marsh. You know what? Let's just put him over here. Sure. Now, if we're and actually, there's actually a good reason for that. Hmm. Now it's got me thinking of moving these guys over here too. If you look at the map, there's no way through over here, right? There's marsh, there's woods. We do have tracks over here. Now that's interesting. These guys could, kind of come around here in some kind of flanking maneuver. As a matter of fact, why don't we set up for that? We could take this track this way. We'll even turn them. Now they'll be out of command range, but I think we're going to take them up and around this track. These guys, you will see here, there is a way through for cavalry where you're not in the marsh and you're not in the forest. So this is like the one hex that can get you through. So, all right, cool. That looks like a good setup to me. Let's go ahead and get it on. Yep, when we hit the click and turn button, that indeed does start our game. So let's do that. Okay, we already know that. We know that, and we know that. So let's play. Now we get to move first here. And okay, that's nice. We maybe want to go get in a firing battle here. Now this would be 10 of our 10 points. I think we will start to move. Actually, let's start to move our foot forward here because I do not want these crossbowmen to just start ripping us apart here. So let's kind of move gingerly forward into the marsh. So we'll just move up a little bit here. I'm going to be playing defense a lot right at the start, and that's another reason I put the spearmen up here. I'm also going to move these guys around and get them ready. Now they can turn and fire. They still have the ability to do that. Let's take a fire at those crossbowmen. 6 damage. That's a good start. We'll also start our guys here, starting this, trying to flank around the side. We do have crossbowmen here that I think we can get disorganized with that horse unit. These guys over here, I'm going to leave as is. Like I said, I think we're going to play a lot of defense here at the start. I hate to waste arrows. You're not going to do more than like 2 damage. That being said, uh, I don't want to take a shot at them. Let's go ahead. We'll end our turn and let's get down here and kind of look at the action. Let's see what these Teutonic Knights are going to be up to. Oh, there comes some more crossbowmen out of the marsh. Back up here for a second. Okay, the crossbowmen are taking a shot at us. All right. Well, so what happened here? I was just making sure we're still live. Um, so what did we see this turn? Well, basically they've just moved forward. They just kind of moved forward into us. They took a couple of shots with their crossbowmen. We are going to now hit back with our archers. All right, that's a good start. Now we will be attacking out of the marsh here into horse. I'm actually surprised the impact that all of our odds here are pretty good. We could even turn if we wanted to, but this is going to automatically turn us. So we are going to go into these crossbowmen here. And yes, we have driven them away. So that's nice. And we're going to keep moving these guys forward. Excellent. All right. So we're moving these guys forward. This, our main commander, We'll move him forward one more hex. I like what's happening over here. We've already driven back their crossbowmen. Now, hopefully, we can get around these guys and come in for the flank attack, which is always what you want to see. We're still playing defense in the middle. Let's get our bowmen involved here. Let's try these knights. Let's see if we can do any damage on them. Okay, well, that's a little something. Now, let's try those. All right, great. So now we have hit them a couple of times, and we're continuing to play defense there. Now, one thing that did happen is their crossbowmen and their levies entered the marsh, and as you can see, we have no line of sight. I promise they're out there. Uh, there are indeed crossbowmen out here somewhere in this marsh. And so let's continue to move them forward, our guys forward just a little bit into the marsh, and we'll see what happens there. We also have the archers. Let's move these archers here. I kind of like to have them on the edge, and you see revealed there. Yes, they popped up from the marsh and said, "Here we are, guys. Here we go." All right, let's move our horse around here. We're going to take them up those tracks, and I think that's good for our turn. Now let's see what they do. You know, the couple of games I've already played here, they have just charged straight forward into it. There we go. And that's their main guy. Now they did disrupt us. Ugh. So we had a cohesion drop to disrupt it. Now luckily we didn't fragment. We haven't, you know, gotten to that level yet. But that's actually very disappointing that our spearmen already uh, got disrupted. But that's okay. I mean, this is their main commander in chief putting a charge on us. It's probably not surprising. Now these Teutonic Order knights charged us at impact. They decided, whoa, 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 we're going to fall back. They saw all that spear that we had, and so they have decided to fall back. All right, and you see kind of how they're operating here. They're sending some horse to the right and the left. That's not going to go well for them if they try to attack into this marsh. That never goes well for horse. Now we still have these Prussian warriors out here. Let's get them turned and squared up. Now they're looking at these crossbowmen. We don't want to start chasing the crossbowmen around. If we get into that kind of situation, they can just start picking us off with their crossbows. So we have to watch that. Now they have more crossbowmen out here. Why don't we actually turn? All right, we'll turn and fire at those guys in the marsh. All right. And now let's charge them with our ground troops. So we have our Prussian warriors. This is what you always hope to get is foot soldiers against these light foot soldiers in a marsh. They've got nowhere to go. And we just fragmented them. You see the 21 pop up there. They are not, they're a lot worse for wear. Our Prussian soldiers just absolutely smoked them. Now, these guys here, what are we going to do with them? Well, let's just turn them. Let's just turn them and let's hope that the AI decides it wants to attack with horse into a marsh. I don't think they will, but let's see if they do. Now we have this horse. We have them outnumbered right over here now. Let's see what the odds are here. It's about 50-50. I mean, they've got what are called knights and sergeants, and we have what are called knights and sergeants. They're the same damn unit, essentially. They just have, prettier uniforms than us, mainly, or maybe I just like their flag. Although our flag's pretty cool, the Pomeranian flag. Okay, I like it. We do have them outnumbered here. We've got a lot of horse right over here. I do not like having this general back in the marsh. That's one of the reasons I want to get out of here, and I think that's one reason why we may just charge them and lock them up. Now, I was hoping that they would attack in here. Very unlikely. Um, P. Warner says, "Oh no, wrong continent, wrong war." We're in the wrong dang century, my friend. We are way back in the 1200s. I think I said this is 1242. So we will not be seeing any Japanese zeros fly in. Let's hope they haunt my dreams. Um, okay, I was saying I kind of wanted these guys to attack into a marsh. They were probably not. I'm sure the AI would not allow them to do that. Let's go back and make sure we have not moved or we did move these guys. Okay, the left flank's looking good. We've now turned. Let's see if our odds. No, our odds got a little worse there. But we've got these guys locked up. Why don't we go ahead and move them forward? We'll move our general over here and get him ready to get into the action. We've got our spearmen here. They're fine. Let's move these guys here. Now they can't really be flanked from there, not by anything we see right now. So that's fine. Again, we're going to leave our spear here. Hopefully they'll come try to charge us again. That'd be cool. This is the group that got disrupted. I was kind of surprised by that. But we have some uncommitted horse here. Why don't, oh gosh, those are not good odds. Well, that's because these are their best troops. This is their commander in chief. They're getting all kinds of bonuses for him and that. I also don't, I kind of want to lock up here, but I think that impact is really going to hurt us. All right, so let's get our archers moving back towards the front. No reason for them to be going backwards. Let's, hmm. This is another one of those knights and sergeants versus knights and sergeants kind of deal. We're okay over here. We just got to hope that this unit doesn't break. But even if it does, they may pursue straight into the swamp. I'd be fine with that. All right. So let's go shoot some arrows. And let's hit these knights. Not great. Let's turn these guys. We don't want this to break down over here, so we at least want some foot ready for that. Let's see what our odds are here. It's kind of 50-50. They really advance quickly here. I wanted to go try to get these crossbowmen. Oh, wow, they have a sub-general with their crossbowmen. Okay. Let's lock up here. We're going to charge them. Little impact. It's always hard to attack into a marsh, but fine. We're going to lock them up with both of these units. Man, if we went 3-on-1, well, I just don't want to. These guys may flee, and I don't want everybody to start getting flanked by this horse, even though they have to go through the marsh. And look at us go bolting up this track through the woods. They're going to come out here and scare the bejesus out of some crossbowmen. Um, that is a good pun, P. Warner. I love a good play on words. I will be fighting all night long. All night. Reminds me of Lionel Richie. And so, anyway, let's. That's our turn. We've moved through everybody. Now you can always, of course, go through the end key here and make sure that you've moved everybody. I think that we've moved everybody we can or should, and let's see what happens. Wow, we took 16 again. We passed another cohesion or a cohesion test. We're still disrupted. Now we've disrupted their Teutonic Knights a little bit here, and they are falling back. Let's hope we don't pursue them too hard. One of the real challenges of this game is you can be doing very well, but your knights, especially in the medieval game here, your knights will start to pursue, and once they take off, you have no control over them. I mean, they could go to the end of the map if left to their own devices. All right, so the center of the line's holding. I still don't think we're doing great. Well, I know we're not doing great right here, but you see melees happening all over the field. If you haven't played this game before, essentially there's an impact when you first have contact with an enemy unit, and then all of these little swords here are indicating, and this color here is indicating you're now in close combat with that unit. You're essentially in the melee phase, and once you're doing that, the game automatically is resolving those each turn. You can't really break off from that. That will just happen turn by turn until the AI decides to break it off, actually. All right, look at us come around here on this track. Surprise! Hello, gentlemen. We're going to come around here and just start attacking everything we can from the rear. All right, let's shoot some arrows. There we go. 11 damage. I'll take that. These guys maybe aren't needed. They kind of moved around here. The Teutonic guys moved around here. So why don't we turn? Let's turn back facing center here, and maybe next turn we may go here. If the crossbowmen come down, we'll charge them. I'm hoping anyway. What kind of odds would we get on a charge here? Very good ones. Okay, cool. There's nobody there, and we have some backup. The one thing in this game you really want to make sure is you do not get attacked from the flank. It's just a killer. But okay, hey, we just went and attacked. We fell back. That's fine. We'll take that. Now, what are these guys up to? They're not doing a whole lot. These are knights and sergeants, knights and sergeants. Okay, cool. Um, Now, these guys, we may need to get involved over here. More spearmen, but we're up against their commander in chief, their top units. Let's get them involved. And of course, they fragmented. Oh, that's a killer. That one really hurts. On second thought, that wasn't the best idea I've ever had, but that's all right. We'll recover from it. Let's hope they don't completely break. But again, even if they do, they will. That unit will pursue into a marsh. So I don't know. How upset should we be about that? Well, I don't know. Here come their spearmen to try to take on our knights. See what we got. We don't have great odds anywhere along here. I think we may just let this be, let this sit a little bit here. We will get this knight group up there. All right, cool. And then down here, we are still attacking crossbowmen. I think we may be able to disrupt or break them. Yep, we broke them. Nice. That's good. Crossbowmen can be dangerous, but if you can get up on top of them like we just did, that's great. Now we're disrupting this group. Hell, these Prussians are just going nuts. Now we've got this unit. They would be attacking out of the marsh as well. What do we got here? Oh, these are more crossbowmen. All right, well, they're locked in battles, so let's go ahead and go this way. And can we attack them? No, we don't have enough movement points. We've only got 2 left. All right. Let's move these guys up. Let's fire some arrows. There we go. That's a 6. Let's see if we can get to them. They're probably going to evade. That's fine because we're going to bring these guys. If these guys want to keep running, we'll use these guys here to envelop from this side. All right, things are looking good. We got the lead. We have routed out 6% of the Teutonic forces. I really like the graphics in this. I just think they've sharpened them up quite a bit. Now you see all those melees happening around the field. The AI just automatically does that when there's close combat. Now we've disrupted another unit. These Prussians are incredible. There's a charge here. Ooh. Oh, that was them. Okay. So they took quite a bit of damage there. They did hold firm, they held steady, and there it is. That's what we were worried about, is them breaking, and now our entire center has broken, the spearmen. I really wish I would not have attacked with them last time. They're defensive units, and that's why you don't attack with them. Luckily, we're breaking a lot of units all around the field over to the right and the left. Um, and so, I mean, we're going to be fine. Everything's going fine, but you never want to see your entire center defensive force break. That's for sure. We may try to get a general transferred down in here. We'll see how that goes. All right, so it's our turn again. Let's see. I don't think we can transfer a general down into these guys because all of our generals are mounted. I wish we could ride a horse over there and save the day, but I don't really think we can. Now we're in kind of some trouble here. The only thing that's going to save us, ironically, is the swamp, which is what I was worried about. Quote unquote, worried about at the start that we had to deal with this swamp. It's the one thing that's going to save us, I believe. Now these guys are going to have to do We're going to have them go this way. Now, I do not want this cavalry to be able to come around and attack us and flank us. And so I'm going to move these archers up with them. Now, this is that Prussian unit that is just wrecking people, absolutely wrecking people. Can we attack there? No. Oh, we're locked in combat with these guys. Okay, what's that? Not good. What's our odds over here? Not good. Okay, we're gonna stay defensive with them. We have more Prussian warriors here. Are we locked in battle with them? Yes, we are. Okay, that's fine. Oh, these are good odds. All right. We're gonna charge them. It's those crossbowmen. They held firm. Good for them. Now let's get down here. I don't like those odds. I'm getting a little defensive here because the whole center of our line's broken. By the same token, we can flank attack these same guys. Gosh darn it, we should have done more damage than that, I feel like. We can't shoot arrows. Our guys are locked in close combat there. Now, these guys are just fragmented. They did not rout. Well, did I lie? They did route. Gosh darn it. I thought it said they were just fragmented. They must have routed after that, and I just didn't see it. Well, okay. Hopefully they're going to come back here and get their composure. They've got generals all over. They've got a general here, a general there. I wish that we had a foot general down here somewhere that we could transfer in. We do not, unfortunately. Don't love those odds. Don't love those odds. Let's look at our archers here. Let's have them hit these guys on horse. Oh, geesh. That didn't do us a whole lot of good. That's fine. Let's bring these guys, our Prussian warriors, over here because we have two other units here. Nice. These are those crossbowmen. Let's have them go in and see what they can do with those guys. That wasn't great. We have these axemen. Let's get them moving up here to kind of protect our flank there. And then let's start bringing the horse around. Now, we're not going to be able to directly go into the marsh. We're going to come around this way and try to get these guys. Now, they're in the marsh as well. So we may have to come around and go all the way over here to these guys. But that's okay because if we hit these guys from the back, they're going to route up immediately. So we've moved all of our units. Let's see what happens. Maxing out my cards. Yeah. Well, I've been playing that Twilight Struggle like a card game, and so that means that to me, P. Warner. But we're in trouble here in the center. Not really. We're not in that much trouble. They can't pursue us into the marsh. Our guys will come back around, and I like what we're doing on the flanks. How about that? Although these crossbowmen are going to come back and try to give us some trouble. Now they're attacking into the marsh and, of course, doing more damage to us. Now, if we could ever get these guys to move, we have a lot of horse here that can come kind of bolster the center of our line. You see all these melee. Good Lord, look at this battlefield. You got some of our dead spearmen up here. That's ghoulish. I love this game. It really is just 4D chess. Now, hold there, boys. Hold the line. I want this. I mean, they've got their commander in chief here. He's surely screaming at them. Think about your hearth and home, gentlemen. Let's see. We can't really attack into there. I don't want these crossbowmen to. Well, if they turn around, it's not the end of the world. Let's get. We've got this unit. Let's hope they don't get trapped back there. They're kind of all on their lonesome. How does that look? Not the best odds. Okay, these are pretty good odds against the crossbowmen again, so we're just going to charge them again. Hopefully break them. Gosh darn it. We did a lot of damage, but it didn't break them. More crossbowmen. I like what we're doing over here. Hell, we took more damage that time on the ground against That's disappointing to say the least. Um, all right. Well, our Prussian warriors are going to have to go this way, and now maybe we can start to kind of work around here. If these guys break, that's going to be good. These guys are archers. They need to drop back. Shoot. They are locked in combat. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Good odds on that. And they held firm. I'll be damned. Now, if you've never played the game before, you see these results that pop up. Uh, and you'll see their result, kind of come up first, how many men they've lost. And if it's in red, they have to take a cohesion test. Let's see what happens here. That's like an even, but that's fine. We've got extra horseback here that's just kind of waiting, so we can afford to take some 50-50s. There we go. We got really nice odds here, there, and this is our top commander. All right, let's spin our archers around and hit these guys on horse. Whoa! Did you see that? Horse down, horse down. These guys are still kind of wavering, not looking good. We cannot do anything with these archers. Let's have them drop back and turn. Nope, all they did was drop back. That's not ideal either. Oh, good. We have the advantage here in this battle. Now then, eh, boy, we got all kinds of things happening here. Oh, those are not good odds. Okay, those are not good odds. We've lost quite a few men out of this unit. We do have a general here, so that helps. Um, I don't like the odds there, but hopefully we can start to run these crossbowmen out. See if what we can do there. Win, lot. No, that's not great. That's not great. Why don't we bring the... I don't want to turn them to the back, though. That's the problem. I don't want them to turn their back on these cavalrymen. So we're going to shoot some... There we go. Well, 5 damage. Okay, well, that's all we can do. We went from right to left. We went across the battlefield. It's not looking perfect by any means. It's also not looking terrible, but this could still go either way. We're currently behind. Our guys held firm there in the middle of the line. There's an impact. Ooh, now they're disrupted. I like that. If we can break things open here, we can run over here and just wreck those guys. And I think it's this cavalry. Oh, wow. Wow, these guys are, it's the same. Oh, now they broke. I was just bragging on them. I think that they ran off about 3 or 4 different units, but then they finally broke, unfortunately. Man, all of their guys are holding firm. Every single cohesion test, they're passing. This marsh is just a dead man's land out here. Holy smokes. They're still routing. They still haven't passed a cohesion test. Unbelievable. I thought that they might come back around. All right, now let's see what we can do with these guys. Can we go attack someone? Let's tilt our camera up. There we... Ooh, look at that. Show off the game a little bit. That looks nice. This is the aerial view. This is those Japanese Zeros flying over P. Warner. Um, all right, perfect. So we're going to take and charge them. That's going to be a flank attack. Yeah. Nice. Now these are spearmen, unfortunately. That would be the group, and they did not give me a flank attack. We did not get around because they are spearmen. They turned to the side there. Okay, that's fine. Now we have completely taken out this unit, and now this actually is a flank attack, and that could be very good. Except we're the ones that get disrupted. That hurts. Okay, okay. Well, we are attacking out of a marsh. I don't know if I want to do that attack. All right, let's come back over here and see what we got going on. We've got these axemen. It's fair odds, not terrible. We've got these guys here. We've got, okay, those are the crossbowmen still. Hopefully we'll break them here. Okay, they're fragmented, close, close. They cannot turn this way because it would be an automatic flank attack. All right. Now, this unit attacked these guys from the flank and took more losses. That always hurts. These are massed archers. Let's get these archers out of here. This is not where archers should be. Let's get them out of here. Now let's have them attack, and oh, thought we might do a little more damage there, but we did not. We've got good odds up here. We're wearing them down slowly but surely. These are light archers, so they can come up here and they will flee if they get attacked, so they're fine. Now we have this horse. We got to be careful here because these guys could flank us. Do not like that. But we're going to melee up. Nothing good happened there. We're going to bring these guys up here to hold that line. They're out of action points. Okay. Now we've got these archers. We'll bring them up on dry ground. Maybe we'll be able to use them yet again. We still got the same problem. These guys keep running from us, and therefore we can't. Well, tell you what, we, ay, 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 ay. I want to get around the edge here. Um, Unfortunately, now these guys also routed. If we could just get them to recover, I'll have them go hold our flank. We could even have the archers do it, to be honest with you. Fine. Let's just do that. We're just doing a let's play. It's not the end of the world. Let's go here. I'll shoot some arrows at you guys. Oh, we took down a horse with 1 point. Now we are drastically behind here, but we're in good shape in a lot of battles across the field. Let's see what happens. There goes their unit, routing completely out. Ooh, they're trying to flank attack us there. They would have flank attacked us there, but our archers held. We just can't get any of their damn troops to break. Now they're fragmented. If we can just break the center of this line, all heck's going to break loose. But they keep holding firm. You see them pass those cohesion tests. They just did one there, as a matter of fact. Okay. Oh, these guys rallied. Nice. Okay, so it's a little closer now. We did have somebody rally. Finally. I kind of want to bring our general back here and say, guys, you're okay. Let's go. All right. Well, we got to get our archers. Yeah, that's not good. I think we're just going to have to go save our archers here with these guys. Now that they've got them locked into battle, we can turn them. We can turn these guys, and if they can get a hold of them, get sticky on them, we should be okay there. We are not in good shape right down here. We do not have enough ground troops because of this little stunt we tried to pull, which maybe was getting a little fancy, to be honest with you. Okay, let's melee there. Not a whole lot happened. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got good odds there, but we're not doing a lot of damage. That looks good. Let's charge them. Ooh, oh, they held firm. Too bad. These are light archers. Unfortunately, we can't shoot. Oh, that looks good. Let's go take that melee. No, didn't do us much good. This one looks good. Let's see if we can finally break someone. Nope. Instead, we got disrupted. Gosh darn it. Don't like those odds at all, even though we're behind them. They're now locked in battle though. There's nothing we can really do about that. Let's bring these archers up. They're in a melee. They're in a melee. Yeah, we don't have a ton of moves here. Even this attack, well, this attack looks pretty good. Let's do that. What do I have this on extreme difficulty? Holy smokes. Let's just kind of look around the battlefield a little bit here. This game is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. We've got their troops routing out here. It is just death on in the marsh. All right, well, we got to win some melees here. If we don't win these melees, we're in a bit of trouble. All right, so yes, I'm sure I want to win some melees. Our archers are about to get smoked here. Now, we just routed somebody out. Good, finally. And more routing. I told you we were in good shape in some of these. Now they're starting to rout. Ooh, this marsh is getting deadly over here. Now we routed them out too. You see their markers starting to move up. I like it. We've got a lead. Melee. Oh no. Our archers finally fragmented out of here over here. We've got to go help them out. And there's just battles taking place all across the field. Again, once you get into close combat, the AI really decides, they keep meleeing and doing roll after roll once they get stuck to each other, and the AI decides whether it's going to break off combat. You don't get to, which is kind of accurate, right? I mean, once you're in close combat with someone, you can't just say, "Oh no, I'm going to move back a couple of paces here," and they're just going to leave you alone. Let's see. Those are not good odds. Now we have our horse wide open here. They can kind of go anywhere and hit anybody. This is that. All right, let's zoom in here a little bit. So this is the horse that we brought around the edges here. They could go back and try to help with these crossbowmen. I don't think we'll do that. We get our archers up here on dry land. All right, we'll start trying to shoot at them next turn. This horse can come here. Now, these guys are steady, supposedly. Those aren't great odds. They're very tattered. They're very beat up here. I'm surprised we don't get better odds than that. What? Okay. We're going to undo that move. That is not what I was trying to do. Let's see what these odds. Oh, this looks excellent. Okay, let's go flank attack those guys. And they just, they're running. They're on the run now. And we're all the way over here on the other side of the battlefield, which is actually not the worst thing in the world. I may bring them up here to take care of these guys. I really, really want to get these archers out of this battle. So we're going to turn these guys around to deal with them. Um, what kind of odds do we have here? Not great. What kind of odds do we have here? Not great. All right. That doesn't look that promising, surprisingly. Got kind of crappy odds all over the field here. That's not terrible. What did I say these were? Eh, okay. Can we get something there? No. Wow. I don't think we're really going to attack anybody this time. We're going to have to play a little bit of defense. We still have our Grand General here. This guy is just waiting to hold the line on somebody. P. Warner, that's right. It does look like a hockey fight out in the middle of this thing. People throwing their gloves down. This is a good battle. This is why I love these games. It's kind of a back and forth tactics. There's a few things we haven't done exactly right, but the AI is very good in this game because unlike a dynamic moving game, since it's turn-based and it's square-based, it's a little bit easier to program an AI, I think. So, I think they've done a really good job with this. And it's one of the, most famous board games of all time, Field of Glory. So, or table, it's really a tabletop. It's not a board game. You set up your little figurines just like you would see here. So this game system has been tried for a couple of decades. There goes those guys running. All right. We have some more guys that are routing. Not ideal. Oh, and that is why we fell behind. Oh, we had some guys rally. Excellent. Oh, good. We had our spearmen rally. Let's get them back up here. Let's go. Nice. Let's turn them around. Let's get them going the right direction. So these spearmen that had routed have now rallied. And they passed some tests, so that's great. We needed that. Hopefully these guys do the same. We've got some weird mojo going here. We need to get these guys turned around so they don't get attacked from the rear. Okay, now we've turned them around to these guys, and let's keep charging over here because I think we can go get these other horse, which would be excellent. And we need the help over here on the left flank. These guys are still slinging mud out here in the marsh. They've been doing an amazing job holding on, holding the line, and we really needed them to. Let's see, not a whole lot going on there. Can't really do that. Our archer, oh, this is good. Let's do that melee. Didn't really help us. Our archers have become completely ineffective here, just kind of wandering around. So why don't we turn them this way? Let's see if they can get a shot off here. What are they, out of range? No, they're not out of range. Let's get a shot off here. We've got a couple of more um, fires with those guys, so let's do that. They're still locked up. Everybody's locked up. We have these light archers that were doing a valiant job of just essentially standing there. Let's get them moved. We need to get them out of there. And we're going to bring these spearmen back up, and that's going to really, or should really, turn the tide of battle in our favor. Those are terrible odds. Yeah, our horse just hasn't been able to kind of operate. They got us pinned up here against the marsh very early, and we have not been able to do much. Again, there's not a whole lot we can do here. Those are terrible odds. 1% win, 75% draw, 24% lose. I mean, what's the point of that? Um, oh, we do have these guys now. Oh, they've turned. We've got a rear attack there. Well, why the hell is... Oh, they have turned that way. I got it. So these guys are fighting these guys. And those... Okay, wow. Things have gotten weird over here on this side of the battlefield. That's fine. I think that's all we can really move this time. Getting these spearmen back into the game is really going to make a huge difference for us. Luckily, we held firm there. We could not afford to really have any of these guys rout. Um, Not right now. We have a slim 7 point lead. If we could just break one more over here, it opens up the floodgates. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're pursuing up here, and now their knights have turned. Meanwhile, that will allow us to get these foot guys over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We finally had some horse break. Not great. I mean, shit is just happening everywhere. Oh, we disrupted them over here. No, they disrupted us, and then they held firm. There's just battles happening everywhere. This really does recreate well what a medieval battlefield would be like. Just people fighting all over the field. Invisible 1863, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate it, my friend. We like to play these kind of games here. If you haven't seen the channel before, we're going to play war games. We play a lot of Gary Grigsby. We play some War in the Pacific, War in the East. I just started up today. So we are into war games. Now let's see what these guys can do, because I would like to bring them around here. Now I'm just worried. These guys are in pursuit. There's not a whole lot we can do with them as like turning them around. These guys are going to try to follow them as well. Let's see if we can hit them. Yeah, they're going to evade. Oh, we did get a hold of them. Okay, cool. We locked up with them. That's great. Now these guys are going to try to then attack them from the rear. Things are going to get weird, but that's fine. We're going to bring these guys around here and finally try to deal with some of this. We're not looking good on this left flank. These guys have routed. Hopefully they'll recover because they're just costing us points at this point. These archers they still have ammunition, but they don't have a clear shot at these guys because they're in close combat with this unit is just getting swarmed. They're fighting 3 units of Teutons. Now let's see what these guys are up to. All right, they've gotten that about back to even on the odds. That's a sure loser. Wow, these guys are about to be in trouble. What's going on here? Oh, that's a nice win. Now, if we could, oh, gosh darn it, I must have gotten a terrible die roll. All right. Shoot. Well, we've almost got these spearmen back in the game here. Let's get these other spearmen moving. Maybe we should can we get them around here? Open ground, open ground. Yeah, let's bring them up this way. So once they get cooking here, they can move a lot faster than walking right through a marsh. Wow, look at this flag. The old bloody flag. But now we're going to bring our big general into the game. Hell yeah. Here we go. Um, no, he's a sub general. But he is a general. Jacob Kola. Okay, that didn't really do much. What does this guy got? Okay, we've got good odds there. Of course, not a whole lot happened. We've got decent odds this way. And once again, we're just not doing a whole lot of damage to these guys. What about our archers here? Why don't we turn our archers around? This is a very even fight here. It's now like 2-on-2 in units. Well, they've got better odds there. This is pretty even. All right. They are disrupted though. So are we disrupted? We're moderately disordered. That's because we have medium troops in this marsh. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn. Um, Invisible says, do you think medieval is better than vanilla or at least different enough? I do think it's better. I like the graphics. I think the graphics are a lot cleaner, crisper. They're not quite as harsh. They've rounded those polygons so that they look nicer. I do think that medieval is different in the sense that there's a lot more horse involved, a lot more cavalry. And so, in the Roman games, you have cavalry off to the side, but they're not a huge part of the game. It's really more of a ground-based game. This medieval, I think the reason they wanted to do this as a separate game is it is different enough, and then this is really a cavalry-based game, and it's got a lot more to do with how you handle your horse. Uh, that almost sounded dirty, but it has a lot more to do with cavalry. And so, I'm just starting to get into the game. I've just played a couple of matches so far, and they're all really horse-based. Which I guess is, pretty historically accurate. Obviously, they really do their research for this game. And so, what was interesting when we started this battle, if you miss the start, the Teutonic Knights had the center of their line was like 8 units of cavalry. And that's not something you see in Roman times. It's not something you see later on, unless we're talking, the Huns or the Mongolians or something who fought almost exclusively by horse. But for European armies, you know, there was just this time period between like 1050 to, this game goes to 1270, where everybody wanted to fight with knights, and so it was always a charge up the middle with your horse. All right, let's see where we are here. Um, those are even odds, so we're starting to look a little better over here. These are not so good. Now we've got our main general, or they've got a main general, a sub general out here in the marsh. Where is our main general? Where did he get off to? He's around here somewhere. I think he's right over here. I think this is him. Our commander in chief. Indeed, it is Duke Swadopek. We also have these guys that have now come around. We're going to fire. Hey, nice damage there. I'll take that. Now we're going to try to flank the. It's very hard to flank these guys because once you get up on them in combat, they will have part of the unit turn around. You're really only going to flank them once. Now let's see. Those are good odds. We should break. Yep, we auto broke them. Now that's good. Now we're up 35 to 27 if we're looking at the scoreboard. Now let's try to break these guys. We got great odds there. And of course, it did us very little good. Um, These are our spearmen. We're going to keep them actually defensive this time. I made I made a mistake earlier if you missed it and used my spearmen to do an offensive maneuver, and that was good. And as Invisible's saying, he said he likes. You obviously know the game. If you're talking about unmaneuverable troops, lots of unmaneuverable troops. Yeah, you have a lot less of those kind of Roman foot that are more light and medium. You have more of these heavy. Most of these guys were medium, but then you also had these heavy unmaneuverable spearmen, and we're trying to move these guys out and around the marsh here. So that's a little bit different. Those are bad odds. Not the best odds there. This is our commander in chief. He again has good odds, but okay, that's good. He hasn't been doing a lot of damage out here, unfortunately. Let's hope these guys rally. Now we're still just chasing his horse around out here in the wild country. That's a good time. But we have now snuck around here, and let's see if we can start doing some damage to these guys. We're going to have to because they have now routed this unit, and that's very dangerous. Our left flank is really breaking down, so it's good that we have these spearmen coming. Let's also, you know, get an arrow shot off here. Hey, we actually did nice damage there. All right, so we're looking a little better over here. Not ideal. Let's see what happens in turn 13. Hopefully those guys stop pursuing soon. I need them to come back and help me out. And, all hell is breaking loose right here. It's just ugly. Men and horse in the middle of. Oh, gosh, we just had another rout. And our general is down. Our general has fallen. That's not good. We are really in trouble on the left flank here. And now we've fragmented up on the right flank as well. Yep, so we've lost a general. It was bound to happen. Things had started to disintegrate over here. Now, luckily, we've got these guys back. All right. And let's get them going this direction. We need them to come help as soon as possible. Now, what about these guys? We already got in the one flank attack. Looks like we can maybe. I was really hoping for more damage than that. Let's fire there. Okay, that was good damage. Now these guys, man, they're in trouble too. There's a lot of battered units over here. Let's see what we can do here. Please, main general, do some damage. And of course he did not. Now let's get out. Oh, let's get those archers out here. Let's keep these spearmen coming along. Thank goodness that they rallied. That might end up being what saves our bacon here. Let's try a rear attack, flank attack charge here. Now they are spearmen, so That's not great, but we've now got them locked in there, so that's good. This is good odds. Hopefully that, yes, needed that. We need their help over here now. Um, all right, this is starting to look a little more promising. Let's go charge these guys, and we're going to pursue them out. Now we have these archers. They have low ammunition, unfortunately. I wish they were a little better. Now we have these Prussian warriors here. Maybe we should bring them over here to help, or should we bring them over here? Let's bring them over here. I think we can get enough points to win if we take out these two units. So let's get them over there to help. Let's go on to the next turn. We'll back up to watch. Okay, they disperse. They're gone. They just melt into the ground when they disperse. Invisible. I don't often play multiplayer, but if you ever want to play a game, let's do it. We can play it right here on Twitch if you want. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh shoot, we had a unit. Oh, we've got a flank attack going on. What in the world is going on down here? We just lost some units. Okay, now we got the melee over here. Unfortunately, they held firm there. Up in this marsh, it's all hell is breaking loose. Oh, good. We just auto broke them again. We're almost to that 60%. It's kind of coming down to the wire. Whew, this is close. 53 to 43. Okay, our spearmen are severely disordered. Well, yeah, okay. We kind of already knew that. Let's get, let's get them. Actually, let's take these archers. I would like to move them back. I want to get them out of harm's way. Let's move them over here, though. Let's go over. Well, shoot, come on. Let's get them moving over here. All right. Let's have these spearmen. I don't want them in the open ground. Let's have them go here. Fine. That does open them up a little bit for flank attack. Those guys can't do anything. Let's see what this horse can do. Let's get them galloping back to the action. Those guys are certainly brave. They're coming back. Win, lose, or draw. Let's go. Okay. Damn. Nothing good happened there. We're in some deep trouble on this left side, but luckily I think we're going to pull it out just because we finally broke them on the right here, and so now we can come flank attack. Um, we could go after them. Are they? They're already routed though. Let's have these guys. Let's get up. I want to get up on an overview here. Let's have them come this way, and we're going to have them flank attack next time. That should be the end of that unit if we can, pull that off. We'll also bring our spearmen over there. All right. We have some archers. Now they're already routed. We don't really care about that. But that's fine. Well, there we go. 3 damage. Whoop-de-doo. Now let's have these guys, our Prussian warriors, need to turn around and help over here. More melee action. This horse, I hope they don't keep pursuing. I hope they break that off. Well, we're down to the line here, or down to the wire here, guys. It's 53-43. Wow. Oh, is that right? Is it hard to stream on the multiplayer? Interesting. I didn't know that. It's too bad. That'd be a lot of fun. I'd probably just sit here all day and take challenges. And it would kind of be like basketball. You win, you keep the court. But yeah, I mean, I'll just play offline sometime if you want to. Um, all right. Now let's see if we can get this horse coming back to help. Let's actually get them turned this way, and we're going to have them come down and kind of maybe be the final fatal blow out here. That those odds look good. Flank attack, flank charge. They fragmented. Okay, excellent. And they're routing. Oh, 59%. Come on. Ridiculous. Okay, let's have. No, those odds don't look good. Let's have these guys now come around here. Let's have these guys shoot some more arrow. Killed somebody else there. Maybe we can break one of these guys, and that would be our final victory. Nope, but we do have more horse coming. We had horse pursuing all over the place, and now it's finally coming back around. I think this all looks good. We have some more spearmen that can come up here and take, you know, get them there from the side. We have all these archers down here. Let's get these archers moving up this way just in case we need them. We probably won't. Well, let's hope not, but they can always, try to. Oh, cool. We can go ahead and shoot at those guys. It didn't do anything, but that's fine. They're on low am. They will now be on low ammunition, which means they'll only be shooting at half strength. Uh, Gladius Relics of War. Sure. I mean, I like Warhammer 40K. I've never played the game. It's one that I'm definitely interested in looking into. Is it? I guess it's pretty similar, right? It's like a turn-based, similar kind of warfare game, but just with the Warhammer 40K units, I assume. It's a war game focused on war. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, but I have seen that. It's Matrix Slytherin as well, right? And so it's kind of the same game system. Now, how did I get all the way back here? All right. Um, whoa. Did we route out some more? Gosh, we're up to 48% now. Well, interesting. What are those odds? Well, they're good impact odds, not good melee odds. We've got Prussian warriors. These are crossbowmen. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go charge them. Why not? Yes. Oh, they held firm. Let's see. We've got massed archers here. Not a whole lot they can do. Sorry, there may be a train going by my house, if you can hear that. Um, let's move these guys right up here. These are the spearmen. Let's see. We just need to break one more unit, and we're victorious here. I think this may do it. Ah, they held firm. These guys, man. So these are our spearmen against their knights. We're not going to do great on the impact, or we generally wouldn't, but I want to get them locked into battle so that we're in a melee with them, and that should work to our benefit. All right, let's go charge these guys from a flank attack. Now they are just archers, so that's not ideal, but they're all out of ammunition now. this is quite this is kind of taking a risk because should those archers, break on something where we don't even really care about what they're doing, we could potentially lose the game that way. Are we locked in with these guys? We are. I think we should attack. I guess it could be either direction we could attack there. There we go. Let's melee with them. Now we're disrupted. Well, gosh darn it. They have retreated into this marsh because they know I've got horse coming down this way. All right, so we're going to take that horse this way. Let's get this horse over here, moving. I think this may do it. I think we got a chance to win it right here. I thought that was the game too, P. Warner. I had him routed out, but now it's 59-53. And they keep holding firm. I swear to God, they've made every single roll this entire game. I thought this was going to be a cakewalk, and I just have had the hardest time. getting them to route out. And here in the end, I was just kind of like, whatever, I'm going to run around and just try to route something. And now I'm at risk of actually losing. Well, there we go. We just auto broke a couple of them. That's why I'm glad I got those spearmen into a melee. And there we go. The enemy has lost heart. Of course they have, with this incredible general that they saw across the field. This is because we've routed at least 60% of the enemy army and suffered a lower percentage of our own army routed. So that was a game of Field of Glory Medieval. Field of Glory 2 Medieval. I really like it. I really like the new kind of graphics, the new look. Is it, that much different where you're going to say, wow, that's a whole brand new game? No, of course not. You would still you would realize it's a Field of Glory 2 game, but as I said, they really have added kind of a rounding of the edges of those polygons to, just make the game look nicer. It looks more modern. I really like that. I do like that this is different in the fact that it seems like horse is really what the focus is going to be on knights and different kinds of knights. I thought all of the accoutrements on your knights looked really good. Yes, the interface did look better, does look better. Invisible, I agree. I like that kind of scoreboard up at the top. I thought the other one was not as effective as it could be on in Field of Glory 2. So I like this medieval scoreboard. That looked really good. So all in all, I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun playing this one. I'll probably every once in a while just pop up and say, "Hey, let's play a game," and I'll just play this for an hour or so. It looks like it took me a little over an hour to play the game uh, on this tutorial. Now, this was a small battle, and I probably didn't sit and think through every move like I would if I was playing another human. But yeah, I thought it was great. So hats off to the Slytherin and Matrix folks. They always put out great games. I have a good relationship with them. Like I said, they sent this over for me, and I do appreciate that. Um, you know, I like to play their games. I'm going to play their games anyway, but it's nice to have a good relationship with the company. It's a bunch of good folks over there. So anyway, this has been Strategy Gaming Dojo. Thank you for watching me absolutely destroy the Teutonic Knights. I didn't even know I had a grudge against them, but this has happened. And let's hope I don't get struck down by a thunderbolt for that victory. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a good night. I do appreciate you stopping by.